Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or good afternoon, wherever you're at. It's morning or afternoon. I think, Laura, we need something fun. I think we need like a good. Good. I'm joining Elias and Laura and Elias, or however you want to put it. It's good. Woo!
We need a theme song.
Something. Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Mystical Monday Musings.
I needed like a little cow to come up when you do that.
I know. Something. Or I would even go with something like this. Whatever.
That'll work.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Elias Petrus. I am an intuitive motivator, psychic medium, and I am really excited to be here in Washington State, and I am with my lovely co-host.
Hi, everyone. I'm intuitive medium, Laura Wooster. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the Boston area. It's so good to be here. Good to see some familiar faces on here as well with the comments. Hello.
Hello, Karen and Mandy and Jean. Long time no see. Been about a week. Laura and I were in Washington State at Skamania Lodge a week. Can you believe a week ago? I mean, like, it's crazy. Where did that go?
I know. We blinked.
Yeah, just like that. We were at Skamania Lodge doing a retreat, and Laura, myself, Ginger Perrick, and Lisa Nolan Shalowski did a 2-hour demonstration of mediumship, and that was a lot of fun. Hi, Sharon. Good morning, Michelle. Chris from Iowa. Anne. Hey, Anne. Good to see you. Becky. Hello. Chris. Hello. Michael. Hello. Delora.
Hi, Delora. We missed you.
We did. It wasn't the same without you, but we had your name tag with us. Sheila. Hello from Everglades City, Florida. I like it. And they were amazing. Thanks, Chris. And Karen from Australia, thanks for being on here. How is it in the land of down under? Have you ever been, Laura, to Australia?
I've never been. Someday.
Hey, me too. So we're here giving wonderful good messages for the week. And Laura, do you want to start us out while I shuffle here?
So I'm pulling cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. And as I usually do, because that's my vibe. So the card I pulled for this week is balance. So this is all about finding balance for yourself in the moment. Now this is not just for the week. This is like you're going moment by moment here. What do you need in the moment when you do your check-ins? So this also can indicate a need for more check-ins with yourself, for self-care, for balance, for being very aware of your energy, how other things are affecting you. So anytime you kind of feel a little bit off balance, a little wonky, check in. What is it that you need in the moment? And then allow yourself to have that, whatever that balance is, okay? Whether it be a breather, a walk, whatever that may be, okay? That's it. What do you have, Elias?
And I am using the cards from Denise Lynn, Soul Coaching, and I have abundance. And here's the thing: everybody thinks, at least I used to think. I'll just talk about myself. I used to think abundance was money. I always thought abundance was money, and it's really interesting because when you look at abundance, are you abundant in health? Are you abundant? Yes, prosperity, but are you abundant in everything in your life? Are you abundant for generosity? I'm abundant in generosity because I can give my time, I can give my energy, I can give, whatever you need. And are you giving to yourself? Are you abundant in all the things, good health, prosperity, all the good things? So look at the abundance that you have and be grateful for what you have instead of, oh, I didn't pay this bill on time, or, oh, I don't have this. You're abundant in other areas. And if you see it in one area, trust me, it will leak into the other areas. So abundance. Very good.
Good message. Yeah.
Hello, Maria. Thank you. In Central New York. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Good morning. Look at that cute baby. Good morning. Ren, good morning.
Hi,
And Ellen Jane, hello, hello, hello. Thanks for being here, everybody. So do us all a favor. Abundant in eggs. Yes, Maria, if you
you're
are
very rich.
you're very rich. And I would say not only good, but good. Yes, very good. Um,
Oh, God.
never get 2 shots of espresso in your chai tea. It's really exciting. Let me just tell you.
And it shows.
Yeah, woo! Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, um, so, welcome to our crazy. Well, I don't know about our crazy. Welcome to my crazy. Welcome.
I'll do a little of that too.
Laura's very normal. I'm the crazy one. But welcome everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Do us a favor and go to our YouTube channels, Laura's channel and my channel, and like and subscribe. It really does help. Does anybody have a question? Not like general question, but something specific, something juicy, something exciting. Did you like that word?
Well done.
Uh, so, and while we're waiting, oh, RD, hello. Do you have any intuitive nudges or messages for me on any work opportunities coming my way? I've applied to so many jobs over the past couple of years, and I really want the job search to be over.
Interesting.
Crossed paths with the snake a couple days ago, so I know it's not a matter of if, but rather when. Much appreciative.
Good.
Grateful to you both. Okay.
Yeah. So I had 2 cards jump out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my first impression, though, as I've kind of tuned into this, is very much of alignment, and it's not that you're doing anything wrong. So this, sometimes when we talk about alignment, people think they're doing something wrong. Not necessarily. That's not what I'm talking about here. It's about timing. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. Is this feels like, and you can kind of validate this for me, RD, if this is the case. Has there been, some job positions over the years that were there's a lot that you enjoyed about them, but they weren't quite right. Like there's just not quite the right fit. Like this, but there's something there that you've experienced in those job situations that you gain some insight from, that you gain some knowledge. There's some experience, that a helpful experience that you have gathered over the years. Okay, so true. Okay, very good. So just know, none of this, the question that you initially came up with, it kind of gives you the impression that it hasn't been fruitful. But I want you to kind of flip that script, as like Elias often says, flip that script and look at, okay, what is it that I've learned over the past few years? What is the knowledge, the experience that I have gained over the last few years? And know that it's not in vain, that it all is culminating into something here. Okay. So as far as timing and things, timing can be a little bit weird. My sense is over the next 3 months, there's going to be an opportunity that comes up that may not be something that fits in the picture that you're trying to create here, or it'll appear to be that it's not going to fit into the picture that you're trying to create. But I just want to kind of feel into it and say, is there something in this opportunity that will help me get where I want to go along the way here? Because I think there's something really unusual, something that you're not looking for necessarily. Okay. Because what I'm seeing here, 2 cards came up. The Triumph card, which is you're riding this horse and it may not seem like you're on the right road, but you're getting there. Okay. And this is all about, this is about a connection that's fruitful, not only for the people that you'll be working for or with, but also fruitful for you. So, there's something here about looking outside the box here and allowing the opportunity just to come to you. All right. So what do you have, Elias?
It's kind of on the same order as Laura. And what I got when I got 2 cards as well. And I pulled a 3rd card for time, just for fun. But my thought is this, again, following Laura's lead here, it feels just like Laura was saying. I think what you've done in the past is you've put yourself together in these different jobs, but now the focus is different. Now you are different. You are showing up differently, and the job's going to show up differently. Those other pieces didn't fit. So what I got was focus and action. And it feels to me like things are coming together. You're and like Laura said, outside the box. It feels like when I said time-wise, the surrender piece. It's about really not putting it in the box, thinking outside and saying, huh, what else is possible? What could, if I was to open this up and say, these are my top 5 things that I'm looking for, the 5 top things that I will not budge on, what else will fall in that parameter that I'm not aware of? Show me something else that's possible for my highest good and see what happens. I'm excited. Please keep us informed, because that would be really, really, really great.
Yeah.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Christina says hello.
Hi, Christina.
And Michelle, I think I'm missing something here. Let's see. Will staying. I don't see the question, but we'll come back. Becky says, I really need guidance with my mom. My dad passed last February, and since then she has turned into a completely different person. Very narcissistic, and I'm always the target. I can't handle it, but I can't just cut her off. So sorry to hear that, Becky.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is where it gets really, this can be challenging. Because someone that you love very much, it sounds like you need some strong boundaries with. And that's not an easy thing to do, especially when someone has lost their partner in life and you feel for them and you want to support them. But you can really love someone very much, like your mom, but also know you have to set clear boundaries with her. Okay. If you get into a phone call with her, a conversation that, and you starting to feel like you have to put your shields up for that time frame, that it's okay to say, I need to go. I'll call you later. All right. It's okay to do that. And it's actually imperative that you do that, because it's going to preserve the connection between you and your mom long term. Okay. So it's hard to do. I get that, because you want to be there for your mother, but clearer boundaries is really important right now. And I'm curious if I'm not diagnosing anybody here, but I'm curious if there's a little bit of cognitive decline here. Is what I'm sensing, just a little bit of this happening. That may also sort of been added to with her sense of grief. So I hope that makes sense. And Elias, what do you have?
Ditto, ditto, because I was picking that up too. It feels like there's something that with your father's death, something just switched. Something just in here just switched. If she wasn't acting this way prior, it does feel like there's something going on. And I'm going to throw this in there too. If you can ask for these 3 archangels to help assist you, Archangel Michael for strength, Archangel Gabriel to help you with your words, to help you with communication, and Archangel Raphael for healing. I think if you invoke those 3 archangels, there'll be some really good information coming your way. Truly. Let's see. Good morning, Rose. Michelle says, will staying in Ohio or moving back to Nevada be more beneficial for me? My concern about Nevada is home ownership is out of reach due to the price of housing out of control right now. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to pull cards for both Ohio and Nevada. Okay, let's look at what those 2 situations look like. Anybody's asking to say, can you pull a card? Can you bring a question through as well? What is a question that you can pose to us for the card, not just a general reading? So for example, what do I need to know about a move to Nevada? Okay, so the person who asked about Nevada, Michelle, you phrased that very well. So we're going to do that. But anybody else who's asking just for a card, what do I need to know about my work? What do I need to know about, whatever. So a little bit more specific would be great. But let's go into Michelle's question, because that is a really good question. So Ohio and Nevada. Interesting. All right. Okay. I'm just going really quickly here. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is Nevada is not off the table here. For whatever reason, it's just the timing. The timing isn't there yet. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. This is supposed to say patience, patience and planning. So hold that vision. Just hold that vision of the possibility of that you may end up in Nevada eventually. But the timing, for whatever reason, is not conducive for a move right now. At least that's the best scenario here. The thing that I'm seeing with Ohio is there's something here about it's not suitable to your mindset or something, or there's something here that doesn't vibe with you, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. But to know that it's what this time frame is until the time that you can actually go to Nevada at some point is to understand that you can create the world that you want to live in the space that you're currently in, even if it's not the ideal situation. So that's kind of what it's mindset right now. And I'm not trying to paint a beautiful picture here and kind of put glitter on things that don't need to have glitter on it. That's not where I'm going with this. It's more of like, how can you cultivate the life that you want where you are right at the moment? Okay, and work on those things and knowing and hold the vision for Nevada. I like you going to Nevada at some point. It's just the time frame, whatever, is just not right here. And I know the financial piece of it is something you definitely have to take in consideration. But there's something else here that may open a door, a key that will open the door for you to actually be able to do this. All right. What do you have, Elias?
It's so funny that she said opening, isn't it? Opening. So there's something blooming. There's
Yes.
blooming. So this would be for Ohio. This would be for Nevada. So with an opening comes something to move toward. And look what you got for Nevada, Michelle. Ta-da.
That's
Love is in the air. Dun, 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 dun. So who knows? There can be an opening that it feels like there's a piece that's missing. Like, and what I mean by that is it feels like your work isn't done in Ohio yet. It feels like that has to finish, right, Laura? It feels like there's something that chapter has to close. It's not, you're still at the last pages. And then love is in the air. Dun, 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 dun. So this could be love of self. It could be love of another. It's totally up to you. So that's my read.
And it's sometimes it's hard when we really want something. It's hard to see the possibilities of what we're doing, like what's available to us presently, or what the options are presently. So just know there's most likely more information coming, and other opportunities like doors opening up. The key isn't quite there in your hand yet, figuratively and some literally. So so just hold tight, hold the vision, but make Ohio your home for the moment. Thank you, RD.
He says thank you, and I'm going to read this, but here's the thing, Laura, I'd love to hear your feedback on this. Custody trial next week for my daughter to get her children returned. Narcissistic ex-husband took them 2.5 years ago to his mother's house in California, has not allowed any of us to see them. Will there be a fair outcome? I usually don't do legal type things because it's the judicial system is very different energetically. We can pray for the best outcome. Laura, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what do we need to know about the situation, however it transpires? That's what we need to look at, is like, what do you need to know about the coming few weeks to help best to support your family? So what I would say is, rather than a prediction of something, because that's like you said, that when it comes to legal stuff, I'm very careful about that too. What do you need to know how you could support your daughter and her children in the coming weeks? That's how I would phrase this. So let's look at that. How's that sound, Elias?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
That's very good.
All right.
Laura's shuffling and I'm shuffling. Guys, again, please follow us and like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And thank you all for being here today. Very excited to have you all here on this beautiful April 7th day. So thank you. All right, here we go.
Okay. Very interesting. I will say I'd see a little bit of a victory here. A little bit. There's a little bit of movement forward, positive movement forward here. Just I don't feel like things getting completely resolved. I'll say that. But I do see like a little. There's a little bit of good news coming your way, and it's paving the road for something else. So I'm curious if this is either going to be extended out to another meeting of some sort. It's very interesting, but there's a little tiny piece of news, good news coming this way. So, but what I'm seeing here is that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing right now, which is supporting the way that you're supporting your daughter and her children. Looks like that's where the focus is, and that looks like you're doing that beautifully. So, and just to know that there's some little bit of resolution coming here initially. So, what do you have, Elias?
So kind of like, again, we're falling side by side here. And I feel that there's some good news too. Communication is key. Communication is key, and that will help with the healing. So what it feels like to me is something that the lawyers are going to need to know, or there's information that's going to help move things along. So it feels like I'm seeing people sitting down and talking across the table. So that's what I've got. That's what I've got. Let's see. So thank you. I hope that helps, Sheila, and all the best to you and your family. Hey, Lily, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to give you a call later. Becky, thank you both very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Eunice, what do I need to know about my current job?
Okay. All right, Eunice, let's put some cards there.
Current job. Oh.
I'm still shuffling. Okay.
Oh.
Interesting. A lot of moving questions.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, Eunice. Do you have a card already, Elias?
I do, and this is interesting. It's awakening. So, current job, I want you to look at it from both sides. So, think about it this way. If you're walking as you normally walk, and you're looking around, you're going to notice things. You're looking. What happens if you were to turn yourself upside down and see things from a different perspective? So take a look at different perspectives at work. How can you look at a situation differently? What happens if you were to step back and see the bigger picture, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's good advice. There's also something here about what I'm seeing here is there's something about an opportunity that may be coming for you in the next 4 months or so. For some reason, I'm seeing that something coming up for you. It's a bit of a change for what you're used to doing. So I'm curious if it could be within the same organization that you're working for. It could be something outside of that. I feel like it might be more internal. So it may be something that you'll be like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, or I don't know if that I never considered doing X, Y, and Z, but maybe it might be something to look into, and to know you have the tools to, in the experience to grow into this opportunity that comes up to you. Okay. But the one thing that keeps coming up, I keep seeing dollar signs coming up here too. Just make sure you're getting compensated well for what it is that you'll be offered to do. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity that's going to be brought to you that's going to make it sound like they're trying to sell it to you, but for either the same money that you're making now or for no compensation, proper compensation for it. So make sure that if you're taking on more responsibility, that you get compensated for that. They're going to try to sell it as like, oh, this is great because you're going to get this title. Oh, yay. But where is the compensation? So that I think that's coming up around you. So, all right. I hope that helps. All right. I'll tell you about my housing situation. Moving local. Okay, so you think about staying close by. All right. So moving or staying. We'll look at both of those scenarios. Okay. Moving or staying. What do you got?
It's exciting. It's enthusiastic. There's transformation. So when I see butterflies, transformation and exciting. Something exciting is happening. So I'm seeing moving. That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
moving. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
cool card.
It is.
Um,
It's a
so
good
think about that, Ren. It's I don't know. I feel like you've done all you can in this current place, and now it's time for something new. It's
Mhm.
something exciting and new. Come aboard. It's happening to you, the moving boat. Okay, sorry.
And the thing is too, I don't see a sense of urgency in moving either. So don't worry. So if you don't find the right place yet, it's okay. You'll get there. All right. The patience and planning card is coming up again. So just know that that's um yeah. If something doesn't seem like obvious right now as far as an option, hold tight. You'll find something. Right. Cool.
Lisa says, what insight is there to me finding new friends and relationships? I work remote, so not many opportunities.
Hmm. Yeah, that's hard nowadays, right? A lot of people are working remotely and they don't have that social aspect at work. All right, so let me shuffle my cards here. All right, Lisa.
So while she's shuffling, I'm just going to say some practical stuff. Like, Lisa, try a meetup group. Put like meetupgroup.com and see what hobbies do you like and how can you meet people that way. I don't know why, but I'm seeing animals, like a lot of animals. So I don't know if you want to do some volunteer work at a animal shelter or so. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you like animals, but it feels like some sort of volunteer work that gets you outside of the house to do something. And if you can't get outside of the house for whatever reasons, um, there's all the kind of online stuff that you can do. So, what do you got, Laura?
Yeah, I was getting the same thing, is to find something of interest, a volunteer group or something like that, because that's a great way to connect with like-minded people who have similar values to you, and to find some friendships there. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And I don't know why, but I'm curious if she does any kind of sewing, or she's thinking about picking that up, or some kind of crafty thing. I don't know what this is. I'm super curious about that. For some reason, I kept seeing that around her. I'm like, why? Um, Lisa, are you thinking about taking up some kind of crafty thing? Interesting. I don't know why I've seen that, but there's plenty of like groups like that. You can look online for local groups that may be a volunteer organization for doing things like this, or people just gathering together to talk. They used to call them what, sewing circles? Sit and sew at the same time and converse, and book clubs, things like that. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to push you out a little bit more. Like, you definitely want to be choosy about the groups you hang out with, but at the same time, I also want to push you out the door a little bit more. Like, don't let that keep you from getting out there and meeting new people. All right. So let's see. I'm really curious, Lisa. While I'm and I have a friend of mine. He belongs, I think they call it the Urban Adventure Club, I think is what it was called. And it's an online sort of meetup group, and they go out and they do stuff. They choose a new place to visit every week or once a month or something like that. They might just go out to dinner. They might go hiking. They might go visit some place around in the area that's sort of like local, being a tourist in your own town type of thing. So look up like things like Urban Adventure Club and things like that. It's always fun. All right. So did Lisa say anything about? I'm curious.
I'm looking.
I'm looking to see it. I don't know why I'm seeing like crafty stuff.
Sewing
Sewing
machine.
machine. Oh, Ren. Maybe
Okay.
I'm picking up on Ren. Oh, that's
Uh,
cool.
let's
That's awesome.
see. I don't see
Okay, we'll see.
Lisa what she wrote, but oh wait, no sewing. I do like crafty stuff. Volunteering is definitely something that interests me. I've done it a few times. Okay,
Good.
awesome.
Okay, yeah. See if there's something you can volunteer with crafty stuff, or something. I just feel like anywhere where people have similar mindset would be really good. All right.
And we have time for one more. What extra do I need to do to get a job so I can help my husband get us into our own home sooner? Thank you.
Okay, so it's a job search, huh? Okay. Alrighty. What do you need to know about a job for you, Karen? Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I see something here about going back to something that you've done before. Maybe not exactly the same thing, but something kind of adjacent to it. So there may be something about using a skill set that you've had from the past and searching for that. Again, I'm getting patience around this as well. So it may take a little bit of time still for that to happen. So don't lose sight on what you want, and don't lose confidence in the fact that it can happen. Okay, so just hold tight because it's going to take a little bit of time. But just know that it may be based on something you've done in the past. It doesn't mean you have to go back to an original employer, though, but something similar. What do you have, Elias?
Interesting, because I shuffled, it fell out, and then I shuffled, and then it fell out again. So I guess I have to go with this. Embracing. So I know we just had the new moon. But if you were to write down everything that you don't want in a job, just write it all down. And then on the flip side, write the opposite of what you don't want, and see if something in that you're like, I remember when, like what Laura just said, I remember when I did this, I really enjoyed blah, blah, and this kind of lines up with it. So just, I don't know, it just feels like, and networking is really important. Like, tell people, hey, I'm looking for something to do. But let's see what you can get. I can't believe this half an hour goes so quickly. So quickly. Yeah. Eunice says, I want to be crafty. Lisa says, thank you.
You're gonna be crafty too.
Lisa says she will take a look. Hey, Mandy. For those of you that didn't get a card pick, come join us next week. Next Monday. What do you got coming up, Laura?
I'm going to be in Delaware. Actually, I'm going to be on a plane coming back on Monday, so I won't be here on Monday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Delaware for 3 events with my friends Lori and Deanna. So yeah, so if anybody's in the Delaware area, 3 different events, 3 different towns.
Yeah. We're in Delaware.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Milton, the Milton Theater. I'm trying to remember the other one. There's 2. We'll go on my website. It's on the front page of my website, laurawooster.com. All right. And see you in Delaware. Yay. I'm so excited. I'll see you there, Ann.
I'm glad that I will, in a new place to live. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. Well, we are here every Monday, guys.
Except for, I won't be here next week, but you
next Monday will be. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get a guest person coming in. If you guys go to my website, eliaspetras.com, when you go there, something fun pops up. It's a mind trap quiz. So it's not like it's to trap your mind, but it's to figure out if you are a people pleaser, control freak, a perfectionist, or a fixer. And I'm going to be doing May 1st a workshop. So everything's on the website. Take a peek. Super excited. There's some new retreats coming up. So just keep an eye on the websites. Keep an eye on both of our websites. And again, like and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Thank you guys for being here. Remember, you all have intuition. Trust it, follow it, own it. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.